Elon Musk just took weirdness to a whole new level. I know that's par for the course with him at this point, but trust me, this one is weird even by his standards. Welcome to this late night edition of Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Late breaking news flash. Elon Musk is strange, and I mean bizarre. Since Donald Trump's return to the White House and the advent of Musk's tenure at Doge, not to mention his job as shadow president, Musk has provided no shortage of gonzo, eccentric, and uncouth behavior. Need a reminder of this lollygagging at the inauguration? Or how about this massacre at CPAC?
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw! That's perfect.
You know what's worse than someone trying to be cool? Someone trying and failing so obnoxiously, so completely, that you just want to wash yourself in bleach. Of course, I think Trump recommended that to treat COVID-19, so I'm not doing that tonight. Back to Elon. It's important to remember, in case you ever forgot, that in addition to advocating for autocracy, erasure of trans people, and letting people named Big Balls rifle through the nation's social security records, Musk is a big advocate of drugs. The Tesla CEO claims he treats his clinical depression through use of ketamine, a pharmaceutical best known for its use as an animal tranquilizer. Take a look at this awkward moment with Don Lemon. It's not as awkward as what we're going to show you here in just a moment, but still.
Are you sober when you do it?
Almost
Are
always,
you
yes.
under the influence of anything?
No, I don't drink. I don't really. No.
But you've admitted that you have a ketamine prescription.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Well, I mean, it's pretty private to ask somebody about a medical prescription, you know. But I think it's something I'd say, like, there are times when I have sort of I don't know, like a negative chemical state in my brain, like depression, I guess, you know, is or like depression that's not linked to any negative news. And then ketamine is helpful for getting one out of a negative frame of mind.
Studies of long-term ketamine use, as published by the National Institute of Health, found that using the drug, even just once a month, can lead to long-term changes in brain function. It's also worth noting that the Wall Street Journal has reported on Musk extensively, including that he also uses LSD, ecstasy, cocaine, and a myriad of other drugs, which would go a long way toward explaining his weirdness. Keep that in mind with what we are about to show you. Now, we have to preface this by saying we aren't totally sure of the origins of this clip. It appears to be taken at a SpaceX facility where Musk is giving a tour. It surfaced earlier this afternoon on social media. So take a look.
Yeah. And refurbishable might be a better word. But where do you think it failed, and where do you think, like, what lessons have you learned that you know you're not going to be making on Starship? To, like, do a mission. You're just trying to get data out of the thing.
Yeah.
Good Lord, he can barely walk there. Now, there's a temptation here to say that Musk is under the influence, but frankly, I'm not so sure. Long-term ketamine use leads to delusions of grandeur, paranoia, hallucinations, psychic fugues, and egocentrism. Is this sounding familiar to you yet? Musk, who has also advocated simulation theory, seems to think he's on some kind of mission to save humanity through screwing up the American government. Remember, Doge has not found any fraud thus far, contrary to what Musk has actually said, and through use of his wandering wang to sire as many children as possible. Children he has no interest in parenting, and whom he may disown later in life. For more information on all these subjects, see our other videos here on the channel. Persistent rumor around Washington holds that Musk's days within the Trump administration are numbered, fingers crossed, and that he will be leaving soon. He's known to have had some major conflicts with other members of the cabinet, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. I wonder if those guys have seen this video. Maybe they should show their boss. And by the way, we mean Trump, not Elon, though it would be easy to mix them up. Either way, Elon Musk is not okay. Once Trump sends his muskrat-in-chief behind packing, Maybe he should try checking into rehab before he does anything else. This is Occupy Democrats.